Hello, everyone. My name is Caroline Dowell Esquivel, and I serve on the Student Hospital Connections Clinical Opportunities Committee. In this video, we shall be discussing shadowing and how you can get involved in the opportunities available. First, here we just have an outline of what we will be covering in this video, including the importance of shadowing, types of shadowing, how to look for these opportunities, how to reach out, and resources available to you, and decorum for shadowing. And so first, why is shadowing important? Shadowing is a great way to know whether a health profession is truly for you. You get to be exposed to the day-to-day life of the professions you're interested in and become more familiar with the work area, as well as gaining an understanding of patient interaction. Also, many postgraduate health-related schools require shadowing, and even if they don't, it is highly recommended. Having experience gives you more insight into a doctor's life and therefore more to talk about in your application and interview. There are different types of shadowing. Shadowing can be a very beneficial experience, especially when catered to your career goals. It's important to do your research before deciding who or what type of doctor to shadow to ensure you get the most out of the experience. First, outline your career goals. People most associate shadowing with physicians, but you can shadow any health professional you would like, as long as they're willing and able. It is also beneficial to shadow a variety of health professionals of different types and fields. Shadowing not only medical doctors, but also doctors of osteopathy, nurse practitioners, physician's assistants, and others can help you gain an understanding of these different professions and help you solidify your career goals. By shadowing in a range of fields, you can gain a better understanding of what exactly that particular discipline entails and broaden your horizons to the expansive field that is healthcare. If you have no idea where to start, virtual shadowing is a great resource for you. Virtual shadowing often covers a variety of disciplines and often can give legitimate and certified shadowing hours. Especially during COVID-19, when shadowing is much more difficult to find, medical schools and other professional health schools love to see you gain the exposure to the clinical setting in any way possible, even if virtual. Take a look at the COVID-19 Opportunities Notion page to see some of our virtual shadowing websites if you haven't found any on your own, or if you're looking for more or different ones. So, how to find shadowing and how to get involved. The first and easiest place to start is always with a doctor that you have a relationship with, including your family doctor or a family friend. If they're unwilling or unable to let you shadow them, they may be willing to put you in contact with a provider who would be. Next, through volunteering or work. You may already interact with doctors or providers on a regular basis. If you have been volunteering or working, they may have an idea of your professionalism and how you work in a clinical setting. So asking those healthcare professionals is a great idea. They may also be able to refer you to other physicians within the same hospital within your field of interest. The next best option is to reach out to other pre-meds and or friends to see doctors or professionals that they have already shadowed and reach out to them. It's always easier to reach out to people you know already are receptive. If nothing else has worked, you can look up doctors in hospitals near you and email them individually, but response rate is typically pretty low if you have to resort to that. As mentioned before, virtual shadowing is a really good resource, especially for deciding what specialty you're most interested in. It tends to be very flexible and is a great way to get the shadowing hours you want while shadowing in person is suspended for the time being in many places. Especially during the pandemic, but even normally, you're bound to get some rejection. Don't be discouraged. Doctors and health professionals in general just tend to be very busy and have a hard time scheduling, so don't take it personally. Just reach out to the next person on your list and eventually you'll get a yes. And so here we actually have an email template to help you to send to doctors. When emailing health professionals, there are some things that you should keep in mind. Introduce yourself and introduce your career goals. You can also state how you know them and got their contact information so it is less out of the blue. They will be more receptive to you if you were referred by someone they know or if they know you personally. Ask them if they would be willing to let you shadow them, and you can list some of your previous experience if you have any to assure them that you will act professionally and appropriately. If they don't have the time or would not like to let you shadow them, they might be up to a brief meeting. This will allow you to learn more about their profession and career track, and they may be able to refer you to someone else who could let you shadow them. That being said, keep the email brief. And so we're just going to start off going through the email template. Obviously, start off with an opening like Dear Doctor, Mr., Miss. my name and include your name, and I'm currently this year in school at Georgia Tech. I'm in the process of exploring careers in healthcare, and I'm very interested in the field of Lister field. I'm in the process of seeking out opportunities for shadowing and informational interviewing in order to better understand what it's like to be in your field. I found your email through the blank website, or alternatively, I was given your contact information by your colleague into their name. If you're willing and your hospital, clinic, or office allows students to shadow, I would welcome an opportunity to observe your work. I would also value the opportunity to have a short conversation over coffee or tea, my treat, to hear more about your experiences and to get your advice on how to prepare for a career in your field. I realize that you're busy and that your time is valuable. If you have any questions or concerns, you can reach me by my email or phone and list your phone number there. Thank you for your help, and just end it with a little concluding with a sincerely in your name. Before shadowing, when you land an opportunity to shadow, there are a couple things that you should keep in mind. Firstly, you should confirm with a doctor that it is still happening. Sometimes you'll have to plan far in advance, so just shoot them a reminder to see if they're still willing and available to let you shadow them. Remember to dress professionally. Business casual standard, unless they tell you otherwise. Also, read up on the person you're shadowing and their profession so that you can ask informed questions while shadowing them. Finally, be prepared to see sensitive things while the doctor interacts with the patient. When you are shadowing, you should maintain professionalism at all times. You can and should ask questions, but make sure that you're not interrupting their work. You should abide by the wishes of the doctor and/or the patient, and be mindful if the doctor or patient would like privacy. If you are unsure if any of your actions are appropriate, make sure you ask. It's much better than assuming and making a mistake. Immediately after completing your shadowing experience, you should reach out to the doctor and thank them for their time and willingness to let you shadow them. You should then reflect about your experiences. Journaling is a great way to remind you of some of the important things you learned or how you felt when shadowing. It can help you remember stuff when you're applying to medical schools or otherwise, as well as helping you potentially narrow down a specialty in the future. Depending on how long you shadowed them and the relationship you built, asking for a letter of recommendation is appropriate. But like shadowing, you should be mindful of their time commitments as well. Some health professional schools will require recommendation letters from the specific profession, MD, DO, NP, etc., that you're applying to. So keep that in mind. Finally, you can move on to the next one. More shadowing will give you more exposure to various specialties and can help you get familiar with the clinical setting. Thank you for watching the Student Hospital Connections How to Get Involved shadowing video. Make sure you watch the other videos in the series to gain an understanding of some of the pre-health extracurriculars you should get involved in. If you have any questions or suggestions for additional videos or comments for this video particularly, please leave a comment. Also check out our Instagram page and our website linked in the description. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to us at any time at shc.tech@gmail.com. Thank you and have a great day.